You've done it. You've built your dream container home. From the outside, it looks perfect, a sleek, modern testament to smart design. Inside, it's cozy and warm, your personal sanctuary. You feel safe. But what if the single biggest threat to your home and even your health isn't a storm outside, but a silent, invisible killer growing right inside your walls? There's one fundamental mistake in container insulation that almost everyone makes, and it creates the perfect environment for a destructive secret that you won't see until it's far too late.
So, what is this critical mistake? It's the fact that we try to build a container home as if it were a normal wood frame house. It's an honest and seductive mistake because it feels intuitive. You buy the container, you build a simple wood stud frame on the inside, you fill the gaps with cheap and familiar fiberglass insulation, and then you cover it all with drywall. It's the same method used in millions of homes. It's fast, it's what the local hardware store sells, and it seems like the logical next step. But in doing so, you have just built a perfect trap. Because you've forgotten one fundamental truth. You are not working with wood. You are working with steel.
To understand why that wood frame method is so dangerous, you need to understand the science of condensation, the enemy that forms from within. Think about taking a cold bottle of beer or soda out of the fridge on a warm, humid day. Within minutes, the outside of the bottle is covered in water. Your container home is that cold bottle. The steel skin gets cold from the outside air. Meanwhile, the air inside your home is warm and filled with moisture from everyday life, from you breathing, from cooking, from taking a shower. When that warm, moist interior air makes its way through the drywall and insulation and touches the cold, hard surface of the steel wall, it instantly condenses, turning from vapor back into liquid water. You have essentially created a machine that is designed to make it rain inside your walls.
And where does all that water go? It has nowhere to escape. It gets trapped in the dark, hidden space between your interior wall and the steel shell of the container. It soaks the insulation, drips down the studs, and, most critically, it pulls against the bare steel. For steel, constant contact with trapped moisture is a death sentence. A slow, silent process of corrosion begins from the inside out, where you can't see it. Your container structural skin begins to rust away. That small, persistent drip condensation becomes the genesis of a catastrophic structural failure, silently eating away at the very foundation of your home.
But the destruction isn't just structural. That dark, damp, and warm space you've created inside your walls is the perfect five-star resort for something far more sinister. Black mold. Materials like wood studs and fiberglass insulation, when they become saturated with moisture, are an ideal food source. The mold spores are always present in the air, but now you've given them the perfect, undisturbed environment to grow and thrive. It spreads silently behind the drywall, releasing toxic mycotoxins into the air you breathe every single day. The result is a home that doesn't just make you sick with allergies and respiratory problems, it can become a genuine biohazard. The dream of a safe sanctuary has turned into a toxic box.
So how do you defeat this invisible enemy? You don't fight the condensation, you prevent it from ever forming in the first place. The single best professional technique is to create an airtight and vapor-tight seal directly against the steel. The most effective way to do this is with closed-cell spray foam insulation. Unlike fiberglass, closed-cell foam is a plastic. It doesn't absorb water, and when applied, it creates a seamless, monolithic barrier, completely isolating the warm interior air from ever touching the cold steel shell. For the ultimate system, this foam is applied to the exterior of the container. This not only maximizes your interior space, but also allows you to add a rain skin, a vented exterior cladding system. This creates an air gap that allows any moisture to dry out, keeping your steel container perfectly protected. It's a method that requires professional installation and a bigger initial investment, but it is the only solution that guarantees your container home will be dry, rust-free, and healthy for a lifetime.
Ultimately, the number one mistake in container insulation is a failure of perspective. It's trying to apply the familiar rules of wood construction to a completely different material with its own unique physics. Wood can breathe, steel cannot. Wood can tolerate some moisture, steel will be destroyed by it. To succeed with a container home, you have to stop thinking like a traditional home builder and start thinking like a marine engineer. You must respect the nature of steel and build a system that is completely sealed from the moisture you create from within. That shift in thinking is the true foundation of a successful, safe, and long-lasting container home.
We hope this deep dive into the science of insulation has armed you with the critical knowledge to build a safe and healthy container home. If this guide helped you avoid a future disaster, let us know with a like and subscribe for more essential deep dives from Container Curious. We've covered the structure and the science, but what about the law? Have you ever wondered about the complex and often frustrating world of permits and building codes for container homes? Let us know in the comments if we want us to navigate the world of red tape next.